In this video, we are going to learn about the relationship between distance, speed, and time. This relationship is frequently asked in most of the competitive questions, and it is very confusing for the kids to remember. So here I give you a trick to remember the relationship between distance, speed, and time. This relationship is called DST triangle. So here D stands for distance, speed, S stands for speed, and T stands for time. Now, how do we find the formula for each term? When distance is asked, many a times students get confused with the formula, and when speed is asked, they write another formula. So the best way to remember is through DST triangle. Now, if I have to find D distance, I will hide D, and the formula for distance becomes distance is equal to speed into time. In case I have to find speed, so the formula becomes distance upon time. Now if I have to find time, I'm going to hide time, and the formula becomes t is equal to distance upon speed. Now when it comes to the questions, the approach that we have to take is a slightly different. We have to first see that all the three parameters, that is the distance, speed, and time for a given distance, is known to us. Okay, if something is missing, then that means we have to calculate that first and then find what the question is demanding. To explain this, I am going to take a few examples. Let's take this first example. Farhan cycles the first part of 150-kilometer journey at an average speed of 35 kilometers per hour and walks the remaining distance at an average speed of 5 kilometers per hour. If he takes 4.5 kilometers, 4.5 hours for his entire journey, find the distance that he cycles. So for such questions, the trick is we first draw a line graph. Once the line graph is ready with us, we mark the distance. This distance is actually 150. It's given in the question. This is 150. So we'll write here 150 kilometers. He the journey at an average speed of 35 kilometer per hour. So that means the first part of the journey, the speed is 35 kilometer per hour, and walks the remaining distance. So he walks the remaining distance at an average speed of 5 kilometers per hour. So this is walking and this is cycling. Now we know that speed, he takes the total of 4.5 hours. Suppose he is taking time t1 here, time t2 here. That means t1 plus t2 is equal to 4.5 hours. Okay. Now if he cycles for distance x, distance for walking will be remaining as 150 minus x. Now we have these three parameters with us. We know speed, we know time, we know distance. These three things are known to us. Now with the help of this relationship that is there with us, we are going to find the value of x. Let's see how. Now we know time 1 is equal to what? Time 1 is, we from the DST triangle, we will know DST triangle. We know if I have to find time, it is distance upon speed. So here time 1 will be x upon 35. Time 2 will be 150 minus x upon 5. Now we know that T1 plus T2 is equal to 4.5. It implies we can write that x upon 35 plus 150 minus x upon 5 is equal to 4.5. This is how we are going to solve this. Now to solve this, we'll take the LCM 35. This becomes x. This becomes 7 into 150 minus x is equal to 4.5. Solving this, it becomes x plus 1050 minus 7x is equal to 35 into 4.5 will give you 5 to 17 2 12 14. So it is 157.5. So you take this the number to the right and it becomes minus 6x is equal to minus 1050 plus 157.5. Solving this, you will get you get minus 892.5. Here it is minus 6x, so x becomes 892 minus minus get cancelled. 0.5 divided by 6 is equal to 148.75. So this much distance is traveled while cycling and the remaining is distance he walks. That is only 1.25 kilometers he walks. That's how we get the answer. Let me take one more example for you. A car leaves town A and B, which are 550 kilometers apart, at an average speed of 72 kilometers per hour. At the same time, the truck leaves the B town for A and travels along the same road as the car at the average speed of 38 kilometers. Find the time taken by the two vehicles. Again, in this case, first thing is we make the timeline. Now we know the distance between the two towns is given as 150, sorry, it's given as 550 kilometers. Okay. Now from here the car is starting, town A, and from here the truck is starting, that is town B. Okay. I am showing pictorial. You can just simply write truck and car. No issues. So this is town A. This is town B. Now when they start moving towards each other, they are starting at the same point. Suppose they meet after 1 hour. So the distance covered by the car and the truck will be different, but the time taken will be same. So if I am writing D, S, T for all these two, now here the time taken is T, here also the time taken is T. Speed is given as 38 kilometers per hour, and here the speed is given 72 kilometers per hour, and here the speed is given as 38 kilometers per hour. The distance here, if it is x, it will be 550 minus x. Now we know all the three things. Very easy for us. Time here will be from the DST triangle. Again we use the same tricks. Time is distance upon speed. So t will be equal to x upon 72. And here t will be equal to 550 minus x upon 38. Now solving it out, x upon 72 is equal to 550 minus x upon 38. Now solving it, again cross multiplication, 38x is equal to 72 into 550 minus x. Now solve this. 19x is equal to 36 into 550 minus 36x. Taking 36x to this side, it will become 55x, which will be 36 into 550. Now if I bring 550 55 down, it will be cancelled by 10 and the answer is 360 kilometers. That means car A has taken 360 kilometers and and the truck has taken 550 minus 360. So the taken by them. Now if I have to again find the time, time is x upon 72. That is 36 upon 72 divided by 72. That is 1 upon 2. That is 0.5, half an hour, or just we can write half hour. That's the answer. So after half an hour, both the car and the truck will meet each other at a point where the car has traveled 360 kilometers and the truck has traveled 550 minus 360 kilometers. I hope this video was useful for us. Visit my channel for more such videos. Thank you.